Taurus, you are stretched so tight in the headset, the mindset, the heart set, and the pocketbook. And you're going to miss all the opportunities for the new direction that God and the universe is offering to you. There's new potential in the area of family, home, career, relationship, and love. It's all on the agenda. And what also too, if you think that everything is falling apart in the area of your happily ever after, especially with regards to family, that's not true at all. It's all about the new starts that you need to take to leave the past behind. And let's kick into why I'm saying this. The first placement is a general overall significator of the reading, and it's the Tower. And this guy's a doozy. He's a major arcana card. And we've seen this a couple of times in the past over the last few months for Taurus. And it's breaking down the things that no longer serve us. And it's about our betterment moving forward. But it can be upsetting and chaotic and leaving like it literally tumbled all around us. And the harder our stubbornness was of resisting the change that God in the universe was telling us to take, the harder the lesson is, okay? And that's the Tower. So it's in that major card position there. And also, too, because the seventh position is an extension of the first, it's kind of like ourself and what we're feeling inside. And that's what I was saying earlier about the Ten of Pentacles, that family. That's a completion in the journey of the family. And it's usually a very happy card. But because it's on the side of the Tower there, a part of that, don't think your opportunities to bring family together, or if you need to move away from family, that's all right as well. Whatever you need to do for your betterment, but keep your eye on the prize kind of thinking, because that still means you could have that happily ever after. And God's making the way for you to do so. And what's interesting is the crossing card from allowing you to move on and manifest the next chapter, right, is the Seven of Pentacles. It's the contemplation meditation of next moves in the area of the domain of the Pentacles, like we just talked about, and we rule it. So it's like maybe we're unsure of what next steps to take because the Tower could be that disruptive in our lives. But just trust that you can take the next steps and just take your time to figure it out and meditate, detox, get in that good place of headset, because it's all about attitude and approach this week, because that's what shifts the gear into a high gear for your betterment, instead of staying in neutral where you're kind of idling right now, right? And then God validates that as well in that third position. I like to say is the way God wants to help us navigate through the week. Another major arcana card sitting on the Tower. So the world means new chapters. I've got intellect, I've got heart, I've got the ability to make money, I've got imagination, I've also got respect for myself, and that's the only thing that I'm going to give out, and that's the only thing I'm going to get, right? Sometimes it's easy to know what you want out of life, but not know what you don't want. And that's kind of the Tower. It brings us a lot of different places. And then when God says, okay, enough of this, I need you in a new place, and that's when the world appears, okay? So we're right on track to doing this, and we're kind of dragging our feet, and we're the bummer to the party, right? I'm a Taurus as well. That's why I'm speaking like that. The fourth position is the gut, okay? I like to say in that base matter position, in the King of Pentacles. And this is us, guys, but we're not in the exalted state. This guy literally has no purpose other than to remind us we're being cheap with our pocketbook, and we're cheap with our mindset. And remember one thing, because we rule the Pentacles, we rule the gold coin. And I think if you were to look back on all your life, every time you worried about money, money always seems to appear. We rule it. We can make magic happen. And we're going to get to more of that in a second. And what's kind of a bummer here too is the fifth position is the Three of Wands. So this is the past reflection, what's leaving us. And that's a celebration for an idea that takes a material reality. So I think you're finally getting some starts, and maybe you're getting some discouraging setbacks or whatever, you know what I mean? But more in that family realm, or maybe your dreams to bring a creative idea to a next level, and it's kind of blocking your ability to make that dream happen. But I'm saying poo-poo to that too, because in the present is the Two of Pentacles. So let's say you need to start over in some ways. That's the Two of Pentacles, and it means that you have the ability to do so. And remember, everything out of the Tower is always for our betterment. It's really hard to see in the midst of all that dust, of the rubble, of the destruction, but it's always for our betterment. And again, God is making out of that rubble the pathway for your new ability to make something happen, and to make your dreams happen in that seventh position. Like we talked about, that Ten of Pentacles. We rule that area. So if you manifest it, my bull friends, it will happen. And I know you know this, okay? That's the reminder of this reading. And how other people view us in the eighth position is funky McGunky. I don't like it. Eight of Swords is we're indecisive and indecision in our thoughts. And that is not us. And that comes out of this destruction, okay? So get clear-minded. Focus on the new opportunity. Focus on the direction God is telling us for the next next chapter. Believe in our ability, believe in our confidence, and don't have people looking at us like we're indecisive. More importantly, our own selves looking like that. We just can't have it, okay? Because it blocks everything. And in 9, we see a blessing that she's sitting on top of this guy. The 9 is our hopes and fears. And here's the Queen of Pentacles. She is Taurus in the exalted state. She's way powerful than this cheesy guy. So believe in her energy. She can manifest anything out of the material world, or rather into the material world, out of a creative idea. So take that creative idea, my little craftsman of bulls, and make it happen. And don't be fearful of it, okay? You want to be the queen. We are the queen, all right? And I think this is another reflection as to why, like, oh, it's a heavy load, feeling like we're moving forward, like we're carrying that rubble with us. And the moon is in that outcome card. She's a doozy as well, another long arc. And when these guys appear, like I said, they're past reflections, especially the moon as well. I'm done with you. So we're still sitting in the deep waters being scared shitless, right? And that's not happening anymore. These kind of cards are in our mindset, so I need to kind of push away the floodwaters that have come in from the destruction of the tower, and let's get into new horizons. And the bonus card says, take a breath, Taurus friends. You've got the answers. Creativity, you got the queen by your side, you've got God by your side. Okay, your happy dreams are still there. But the 4 of Swords says, I give you the firm foundation in our intellect and our thoughts, not only just in the area to make something happen with that creative energy, but who we are as our identity, the way that we want to live our life, the way that we want to put our personality out there, who we are, our integrity, ethics, and character, all have been challenged up there, and probably why some of the destruction, maybe, and maybe even some of it happened from family members, all right? But that's how you get to the 4. And now, like that master craftsman, you got the table. It's like clay, like a potter. I got the clay. I don't know exactly what it's going to be, but I know in my Taurus friend's hands, it's going to be something amazing. Okay, so trust this week. Lift your head up. Focus on this and this and this new energy. Don't focus on the doom and gloom, especially the past. It doesn't serve us, okay? All right. Thanks for visiting the channel. If you're so inclined, if you like the content, if you would consider liking and subscribing, that'd be awesome. And thank you so much. Have a good week, my friends.